Welcome everyone to the Essential Genealogist Journey. Today we embark on an extraordinary adventure, one that traces our roots and uncovers the stories of those who came before us. This journey is not just about gathering names and dates, it's about connecting with our past and preserving these invaluable tales for future generations. Let's explore the stages of transforming from a curious researcher to a published author of your family history. This extraordinary adventure is boarding now. It's a journey in which you can explore the future of writing. I include many different tips and strategies for you to use, the latest in artificial intelligence to help you along the way, to equip you with the skills and confidence to embrace AI as a powerful ally in your creative process. Let's begin with the foundations of genealogy. I call this my 5R approach. It's an effective strategy in genealogy research. Let's break it down into those 5 steps with the context and a goal in mind. First, reason. This involves understanding the purpose of your research. It's about identifying what you want to learn about your ancestors. Questions to consider: what specific information am I seeking? Am I looking for birth, marriage, death, dates, or something else, like migration patterns or occupational history? Research. This step involves the actual gathering of information. It includes searching through various sources like census records, birth and death certificates, immigration records, newspapers, and more. The goal is to gather as much relevant information as possible about the ancestors in question. Next step is to record. Here is where you meticulously document the information you've gathered. This includes not just the data itself, but where it was found. This is crucial for verifying the authenticity of the information and referencing for the future. The next step is to reflect. Here you analyze and interpret the data collected, and this involves looking for patterns, inconsistencies, and making connections between different pieces of information. It's about understanding the story behind the data. Questions to ask: does this information make sense in the historical context? Or are there any anomalies or surprising findings? Finally, repeat. Genealogy research is often an iterative process. Based on your reflections, you may need to return to the research phase to clarify uncertainties or gather more information. So the goal of the 5R approach is to build a comprehensive, accurate, and well-documented profile of your ancestors. And it's about piecing together the history, the story of your family in a structured and well thought out way. Throughout the journey, I include information, instruction, and inspiration about how you can make the best use of artificial intelligence in your genealogy journey. ChatGPT in particular is a focus of mine to help revolutionize your genealogical research and ancestral storytelling. In the Essential Genealogist Journey, these are the 7 goals or stages, if you like, from researcher to analyst to detective to storyteller to family historian to author, and finally become an essential genealogist. Let's unpack each of these. Our first step is the researcher. Here you'll learn the art of planning and laying a strong foundation in genealogy skills. It's about understanding where to look, what to look for, and how to begin piecing together the puzzle of your ancestry. This stage is crucial as it sets the groundwork for everything that follows. I have a couple of courses in my academy that will help you with that. There's a free course in planning called the 5-day challenge S.M.A.R.T Genealogy Planner. And then the next course I recommend for you is how to organize your genealogical research so that your recording is done meticulously. The next stage, we evolve into the analyst. This stage is about organizing and interpreting the data you've collected. It's one thing to gather information, but another to understand the stories and connections that this data represents. As analysts, we learn to read between the lines and see the bigger picture. Once again, you would find the course called How to Organise Your Ancestral or Genealogical Research very useful for organising. And then to help you with interpreting the data, I have a course called GPT for genealogists that will help you interpret the data you've collected. Then we transition to the detective stage. This is where your investigative skills truly come into play. You'll learn to dig deeper, exploring elusive trails and networking with others to uncover the hidden branches of your family tree. It's a stage of discovery and sometimes unexpected revelations. So once again, the ChatGPT for genealogists is a useful course, as well as this free course on how to expand your personal genealogy network. As we gather more information, we become storytellers. This is where the magic begins. You'll learn how to weave facts and figures into compelling narratives, breathing life into the names from the past. It's about discovering the hidden stories of your ancestors and telling them in a way that captivates and engages. Courses that you'll find useful in my academy include Unlock Ancestral Storytelling, where you can begin to unpack your stories using the We.R.XYZ program. Next, I recommend that you have a look at blogging as a way of sharing the stories that you're building. And finally, if you want a new way of presenting your findings to a younger generation, then think about digitizing your stories and creating digital stories. Moving forward, we embrace the role of the family historian. Here it's not just about the stories, but also about preserving them. You'll learn the importance of archiving, curating, and sharing your family's legacy. It's a responsibility to ensure that these tales are not lost to time. In my academy, I have a useful course for you in plotting your stories using a system called Dabble Writer. You'll also benefit from the course called From Ancestry to Narrative, where you learn to write with artificial intelligence helping you along the way. And once again, for sharing, the Unlock Ancestral Storytelling is a brilliant way for you to share in the We.R.XYZ program. The penultimate stage is becoming an author. This is where you bring your family history to life in the form of a book or an ebook. You'll learn about planning, plotting, writing, and importantly, publishing your work. It's a journey from storyteller to a published author, a dream many of us hold dear. Once again, I have included a course for you about Dabble Writer for genealogists. This helps enormously with your plotting. If you're wanting to prepare With some help from AI, the Plan Your Family History ebook is a very useful 5-day challenge. And then to finish off with, there's a wonderful 10-day challenge on publishing your family history ebook with the help of Amazon, KDP, or Kindle Direct Publishing. Finally, we reach the pinnacle of our journey, the Essential Genealogist. This stage is about integrating all the skills and knowledge you've acquired. It's about creating a legacy, a treasure trove of family history that will be cherished by your descendants. It's where you, as a genealogist, leave your own mark in the annals of your family's history. Courses that are coming up for you include this new one called Beyond the Pen, which will help in preserving your family history as a true essential genealogist with a great deal of help from AI. And at the end of the journey, you might see fit to join the membership vault in my academy, which gives you access to all of these courses and many more. The courses that I have illustrated very briefly here are all available for you in my academy, which you'll find at coachcarolonline.thinkific.com. I'll put a link to this below the video. In conclusion, the Essential Genealogist Journey is a path of discovery, connection, and legacy. Each stage builds upon the last, creating for you a rich tapestry of skills and narratives. Thank you for joining me today. Let's embark upon this remarkable journey together. I have a promise for you that in the journey, you'll find a structured guide to mastering AI for your genealogy research. You will become empowered in using AI to fast-track your ancestral story writing, and you will find support and community throughout the journey. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this quick walkthrough of the Essential Genealogist Journey.